Hi there, today we are talking about how to stir a bladder effluent tank. As you know, it's critical that bladder tanks are thoroughly stirred before sucking any fluid out and irrigating to paddocks. Bringing the effluent into suspension helps avoid heavy sediment building up on the base of the bladder and over time making it difficult to mix in the future. Nevada bladder tanks are designed with a flat bottom where solids are not easily trapped anywhere on the base of the tank, and that can work easily with a pump mixing system. The bladder tanks also include multiple ports around the edges that are easily accessed. So, get your tractor and PTO pump ready, here is how it's done. To adequately stir the tank, utilise the ports around the bladder by sucking effluent out through one port and pumping it back into the bladder through another port with a high volume effluent pump. This will create a swirling motion that brings it all into suspension. Switch to the opposite side to work around the different ports to make sure the tank is sufficiently stirred before irrigating. On average, a bladder tank should be mixed for a minimum of 30 minutes to an hour, every 1 to 2 weeks. However, it may take longer if the tank has been left stagnant for a month or more. We recommend stirring thoroughly every time before the tank is emptied or any fluid is sucked out. There are many variations when designing an effluent bladder tank system. What type of pump is required depends on the size of the bladder chosen, as well as the specific flow requirements for the irrigation system. Generally, an irrigation pump is not adequate to handle effluent stirring, as they are not high enough volume, which is why we recommend using a high volume PTO effluent pump. If a PTO effluent pump is not available, then a very large capacity motorised trash pump could be an option. Well, that's all for today. If you have any more questions, please contact us. Our friendly team is ready to help. See you next time.